All right, so this morning I've got some minor things to do. I've got a list here, and it is check the speedometer, which I'm doing now, possibly lower the idle, check the front brakes and the horn switch. Now, I've already done the front brakes. What happened is when I changed the fork oil, I got oil on the disc, and that got oil on the pads. So I took the pads out and cleaned them and put them onto a flat surface over here like this with a 200 grit wet or dry sandpaper, and I cleaned the heck out of them with CRC, and then I smoothed them out, and they're nice and clean and brand new. They are brand new, so I can't justify throwing them away. And cleaned everything up and put it all back together. So I think that takes care of the front brakes. Now once I turn the bike around, and I will bleed the brakes also, but that's for the next step. In the meantime, back at the ranch, I decided I would check out the speedometer. And the speedometer consists of three parts. This is your speedometer drive assembly. It drives the cable, which comes out up here, and the cable goes to the Speedo head. With this disconnected, Richard, if you'll come spin this wheel, I will hold this. You really won't be able to see it. This should turn smoothly, but keep going. Yeah, just spin the heck out of it. You can see it turning. Okay. See it turning? Watch when I stop it. See? It stops. And now it snaps and stops. It snaps and stops. And he's back there spinning that wheel by hand like crazy. Ergo ipso facto, the problem is in this speedometer driver. No, it's not a big deal. Just take it out and put in another one. To do so, I have to take the whole rear wheel out. That's not a big deal. Drop the caliper down. That's not a big deal. Take the muffler off so I can get the axle out. That's not a big deal. Put all of these put together, it's a big deal. Take the chain off so I can move the rear wheel back. So none of that is a big deal except when you add them up. They're cumulative, so it's going to take a while to get that speedometer drive out. Then I'll see if my good buddy Roger has one, and if he does, we'll put that in there. If not, I'll have to order it. So that's my next project, trying to get the speedometer to work. Nothing's ever easy, you know? Nothing's ever easy. So, as Kevin and I like to say, the fun just never stops. All right, it's about 8 o'clock. I think I started about 7:30, I don't know. Anyway, wheel is loose and rolled back. And here is the sender unit. I'm going to take this off and put it on the bench and take a look at it. And then I'm going to call Roger and see if he has one that works, and if so, I'll put it on. Otherwise, I'll have to order this, and it'll be about a 7 to 10 day, late next week anytime. So, two mufflers off, axle out, chain off, roll back wheel, caliper drops, and we have access to the speedometer drive. Okay, so I'll take this apart. I'm going to put it on the bench now. All right, so I've got the speedometer drive off, and here she be. The wheel fits on these two notches, which spin this, and then that's got a worm gear in here that turns that. They go bad all the time. So I'll show you again. Turns this like this, and that has a worm gear in here, which turns the cable. That's the cable right behind it, and it's in fine shape. So let's take this apart just for the heck of it. Now, let's see if I can widen this a little, or maybe lessen. Maybe you'll have a better chance of seeing like that. If you've never taken one apart, they're a very simple device. boy. This one's a very simple device. That's very stuck. Normally that just pops right out. Okay, there it goes. There we go. What I'm pressing against is a felt washer in there that lubricates the whole deal. Whew. Okay, there's the outer cover. Here's your lubrication, which is dry as a bone. Here's the inner washer. There. And you can see, oh look, I'm going to show you. Watch the worm gear up here. Can you see the gear in here? As I turn this, that should be rotated there. See it rotated there? Now come back around. And there's a dead spot right there. All right? So this guy is, he's toast. So. I could, this is the grease point, oil point, and these are pressed in. I have unpressed them and taken them apart, but frankly, it's just not worth doing. You see, this is domed. That means it was installed wrong, and it might even be tight yet. It's tight on the axle. So when I find this, I carve this out a little bit so that it slides on the axle. So it's a mess. Okay, this is a I know it's got a number on here somewhere. Used to have a label here. Doesn't give me the ratio. We call this a small diameter hole. They do make different ones. So I'll call Roger, see if he has one. All right. This might be the number. Hang on. Yep. Okay, I knew there was a number on there. It is a ratio is 1 to 25. One turn to 25. So I assume that's 1 turn of the wheel to 25 spins of the worm gear or something. Anyway, I'll go to Rogers and see if he has one. I'll be back. All right, I called Roger to see if he has a 1 to 25 speedometer driver. He's going to check through his my goodness, his collection of parts and see if he does. He says he doesn't have that many, which is interesting. So if he has one, I'll get it and put it in. If he doesn't, I will order one. In the meantime, I'm going to go ahead and troubleshoot the horn. I'm going to check the horn, make sure it works by putting 12 volts directly onto it with a test battery. It's going to be just fine, I guarantee that, because the problem's up here in this switch. And then I'll take this cluster apart and see if I can clean the contacts on this horn button and solve the horn problem. So I'll do that next. Okay, let's test the horn itself. I've disconnected the wires from the horn, and I've hooked up 2 test leads directly to the horn. Now I'm just going to bring a battery over here and touch the leads to the battery. Oh, and by the way, Roger just called me, and he does not have a speedometer drive to fit this bike, so I'm going to have to order it. That's a shame. So let's see how this goes. Polarity doesn't matter on a horn. One goes in, one goes out. Horn's good. All right, so the horn itself is good. So we'll go into the switch next.